Hey guys, Mike Ty here. I'm just going to go over some basic stuff about Project Eagle by Antisocial Taco. Basically, this is just going to go over some very bare bones things, like how to spawn in the plane, how to take off, how to land, how to fly it. Just very basic things. So first, pull an INS. This will insert the asset. Um, if you want to, you can use this little insert tool here. This is a fuel tank. It can be mounted onto this, or this hard point. This will extend the range of your F-15 Eagle here without having to refuel. The AIM-9 X-ray Sidewinder for short-range air-to-air combat. And I think this is an AGM-60. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know what the numerical nomenclature is for it, but it is an air-to-ground missile. It's only usable if you have a co-pilot back here who can show you what the tool is like here. You can use WASD to look around, the little box in the middle. You can also use Q and E to zoom in and out. R to turn on your night vision. You can actually change like how bright it is by pressing R over and over again. And then F to dim it. So with that out of the way, you can get on to this. So you're in the plane. I'd advise that you click the ladder to take it off. I'd also advise that you press X as an X-ray to go into first person, and you'll see why in a second. So you're in here. You hold E. This will turn on your engines. So this will actually take a second because holding E simulates what's called the APU, or the auxiliary power unit, which means electrical power is going to go to your left and right engines in order to turn them on and ensure that both are working for flight. So after a minute, you'll be ready. You press C as in Charlie for the canopy here, if you didn't notice the first time. And yeah, once that's all done and ready, you're pretty much ready to go in taxi. So give it a little bit of throttle, get yourself to the runway. If you guys want to see why I made you press X, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it in the recording, but if you ever come in game, you'll definitely be met with this right here. We just get runway. It is extremely loud. It kills your ears. I would advise just for your own sake to press X and only do this in first person. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna hold W. This will turn on my afterburners and give me an increased rate of acceleration. We're going to raise our landing gear with G as in golf, and then we're actually going to raise our flaps with F as in foxtrot. So we made it, we're in the air. You notice that I'm moving my cursor here. That's because once you're in the air, your movement and everything is actually controlled by your cursor. So if I wanted to turn, if I wanted to roll, if I wanted to, so everything except your yaw. So the pitch, roll are controlled by your mouse, but your yaw is controlled by A and D. So what you guys saw on the ground there, wherever I was, whenever I was like taxiing, I was pressing A and D to turn there. So you're in the air, pretty cool. You have all the controls in front of you. You have the heads-up display. You have a little radar here. So I wish I actually can. So just get your plane to a point where you're comfortable with it staying stable. And if you hold right click, you can actually free look. I use this a lot for whenever I'm with in a game with friends and I want to spot people. So it's very cool mechanic here. So we have our little radar here. This is the only MFD that's functional. So what will happen is that a little upside down sort of rocker and chevron will pop up here with a range number on it, which I think will always be 15. I think it's just for cosmetic, but basically that will denote that there is another plane in the area and that your radar is picking it up. And then if you see a little upside down chevron, that means that there's actually a missile locked on and coming your way. So pretty cool. So I think that about covers everything that you need to know about flying this thing. Let's turn this around real quick. All right, so let's say that you've been flying around for a couple minutes, pretty much done with flying for now. Um, put your throttle to about 50%, press F for flaps, and then go around here, which means that you'll be going about uh, -10 degrees with your nose, and just let that sit there until you drop to about 5,000 MSL. This will allow you to decelerate at a constant rate while not plummeting towards the earth, which is very helpful while you're flying a jet. Um, so what we're gonna do here is that we're just gonna keep decelerating and decelerating until we get to a nice sweet spot, which will be about 250 knots. So there's our runway. We're actually, oh geez, sorry about that. Sometimes I do something a bit stupid and I let go of right click. I think there is a way that you can lock your position without it doing that, but don't at me. All right, so we're actually going to make our approach the runway using right click in order to get us to where we need to go. Just gonna keep dropping altitude. We're gonna turn into our runway here. If we don't crash, we might actually be stalling, so that's awesome. Yeah. Just know that while you're in this practice place, you can't crash, so feel free to do whatever you want. Yeah. If this ever happens to you where you're just like stuck on the ground, just turn on your afterburners. You'll get right back up in no time. Your fuel's pretty high, so I think you're able to sustain a realistic flight time, sorties, about like 5 hours. Um, let's just say screw the runway for a bit. You just hold S. You will will decelerate, and you'll also engage the air brake, which will make you brake in. There you go. Then you're stopped. So you're on the ground. Press C. Probably turn this off. Put the ladder back on. Your plane will not turn. It will roll backwards for a minute because by pressing S also engages the pushback or the reverse. So don't get caught up in that. It might roll away, which is not fun. So let's say that your plane is like in a random place and like totally unrecoverable. Well, what you'll notice is that if you do the insert command again, it doesn't do anything. So what you have to do first is do CLR or clear. It will clear the asset, the world. And if you want to respawn it, insert again, then ready. Easy as that. So overall, this is a really, really cool flight model plane kit that we have here. And I will send this around to more people. If you're in the Air Force Discord in particular, you should give this a try, particularly if you're in ACC. So hope you guys liked it. Next, I'm going to be coming up with some stuff for the weapons and any advanced maneuvers you might want to learn this aircraft. And if there's anything else you want me to do, just leave in the comments. I'll happily get through with it. So I'll see you guys around.